Hey everyone, my name is Natalie. I tore my ACL back in December of 2024 and I had ACL reconstruction in February of 25. I have a kind of unique situation with my ACL recovery as I went into surgery, not in my best physical state. I wasn't my strongest. I prehabbed some, but not a ton. And I also struggled with deep vein thrombosis. I had a couple of small blood clots in the back of my surgical leg from the injury site. I was non-weight bearing immediately after my injury until my MRI results came back, which was just about over, it was a week and a half roughly, that I was completely non-weight bearing. So due to that lack of movement and the delay in starting my prehab, I really went in with a ton of muscle atrophy before surgery even began. My range of motion wasn't back before surgery, so post-operative, I really wasn't in a great place. So immediately after surgery, I started my in-person PT within that first week at my surgeon's office. And a couple of the struggles I had with my in-person PT was that I was seeing 4 different therapists that all had a different approach. They all had different goals for me, and they all were following the surgical protocol versus listening to me and my body and what I needed, since I was more delayed in a lot of my healing compared to somebody who prehabbed differently. So for me, it was really tough to, show up to therapy every day and have someone really push me to do heel slides and shove my leg back to get flexion and really stress out my joint rather than help me work on gaining quad strength to regain strength from my quad graft. So every therapist was different too. One of my therapists had me starting step-ups while the other one was solely doing heel slides for 45 minutes. So it really was just a vastly different experience between every therapist, and the lack of consistency made me feel really not confident in my recovery journey. That is when I decided to look into alternate methods and found Tommy with LN ACL. I found some other ACLers online who had worked with Tommy, and their progress and their success and their confidence really encouraged me to try that method of online coaching. So after I met with Tommy and he was able to talk with me about the program doing online coaching through LN ACL, what really got me excited was the consistency and delivery of their recovery program, that you knew every step of the way of what was coming. You knew every week what your expectations were, and you also have somebody to talk to and say, hey, I'm really struggling with this, or I need help with that, or need to make adjustments, and they're there for you. So even though it was kind of scary to switch up from the standard physical therapy to an online coaching method, which is non-standard, what really encouraged me to make that jump was the fact that they were customizing my recovery to me, to my journey, and to my strength levels. So rather than saying, hey, you're behind because you're 4 months post-op and you can't run, they were able to say, hey, we're going to work with you with where you were at and coach you along the way through your recovery journey. So it really was encouraging to me to have a team of people behind me that were supportive and also saw me for who I was in this recovery and helped me through it. Some of the big breakthroughs that I had through the coaching program so far have been really just feeling confident in my body again and losing kind of the mental blocks of not trusting my body. That was something that really held me back early on, was not trusting my knee. So being able to work slowly with my coach Alex and with Tommy and send them videos and get that constant feedback of my form, of my progress, reminders that I'm doing everything I should be, was really encouraging. I would recommend this program to anybody who is going through ACL recovery, honestly. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're someone like me who wasn't an athlete and just had an injury, or maybe had a non-standard prehab, having somebody like Tommy and his team who can meet you where you're at, customize your progress goals, and customize your recovery, all of your different exercises week by week for you, to me, it makes so much more sense in a intensive recovery like ACL recovery. As much as standard PT has so much value as well, being on a timeline for a standard surgical protocol post-operative, timing doesn't matter. It's how your body heals. And having a coach who understands that has been absolutely priceless to me. So even though not having your insurance or not meeting with someone in person to be hands-on with you might feel really scary, the benefit and the constant reinforcement, reassurance, and support that you gain from Tommy and his team with LN ACL, to me, is priceless. And I have so much more confidence in the direction of my recovery than I would have otherwise. So I'm continuing another 3 months with LN ACL, and I'm so excited to continue to get better. I'm starting my step-down program right now. I'm cleared for to be off crutches. That was slow due to my delay in my quad strength. So I'm finally cleared to be transitioning off of crutches, and I'm in the gym 3 times a week and doing at-home workouts twice a week. I'm really excited for the different milestones that will come at my pace that I'm comfortable with and my knee is confident to do. So to have a team that supports me with where I'm at has been, like I said, priceless. So thank you, Tommy and team. Really appreciate all you guys do.